Everything you've ever seen, heard, touched, or experienced is a lie. Not because you've been deceived by someone else, but because your own brain has never actually shown you the real world. Right now, you believe you're seeing reality. You look around, take in your surroundings, feel the weight of your body, hear the ambient sounds of your environment. But none of this is real, not in the way you think it is. Your brain is not a camera. It does not receive raw footage of the world and display it to you as it is. Instead, your mind is a machine that constructs a version of reality, one that is useful for survival, not necessarily one that is accurate. In 2015, neuroscientist Donald Hoffman proposed a radical theory. Evolution doesn't favor truth, it favors useful illusions. Your brain filters out nearly all information around you, discarding everything it deems unnecessary. In fact, you are blind to 99.99% of reality. Right now, there are radio waves passing through you, microscopic life crawling on your skin, and billions of quantum interactions happening in every inch of space. But your senses don't show you any of it. Instead, what you experience is just a simplified user interface, designed to keep you functional. Just like a computer desktop hides the complex coding underneath, your brain hides the raw chaos of reality and presents you with an illusion that feels real. Even colors, something we assume to be objective, do not exist outside of perception. The color red is not red. It's just electromagnetic waves at a certain frequency, which your brain translates into the experience of red. A person with synesthesia might see music or taste shapes. Their reality is fundamentally different from yours, so which one is real? There is no answer. Because reality is not something we see, it's something we construct. This becomes even more disturbing when you realize just how little of the world you are actually aware of at any given moment. Your brain is constantly guessing and filling in the gaps. A famous experiment called the invisible gorilla test proves this. Participants were asked to watch a video and count how many times a group of people passed a basketball. In the middle of the video, a man in a full gorilla suit walked directly across the screen. Half of the participants never saw him. Their brains filtered him out completely because they weren't expecting him. If something as massive as a gorilla can be edited out of reality, what else are you not seeing? Your sense of self, your feeling of being someone, is also an illusion. In 2014, an experiment at the Karolinska Institute in Sweden used virtual reality to convince participants that they had switched bodies with someone else. Within minutes, their brains adapted, creating a completely false sense of identity. If your brain can be so easily fooled into thinking it is someone else, then what does that say about your identity? This extends even further. If you remove part of the brain, people can lose their ability to recognize objects, see color, or even understand time itself. Some brain injuries cause people to believe they are already dead. So who are you really? If what you see, hear, and feel can be altered or erased, then what proof do you have that your experience of reality is accurate? You don't. Even time, the thing that seems the most real to us, is just another illusion. Neuroscientists have shown that your brain delays everything you perceive by a fraction of a second, and then organizes events into a false sense of continuity. In a very real way, you are always living in the past, perceiving reality after it has already happened, and yet we trust our perceptions completely. But what if we shouldn't? In 2020, researchers found that our perception of reality is not based on what is real, but what we expect to be real. Your brain predicts what it thinks should happen and modifies reality to fit that prediction. If your brain is editing your experience of the world, then what does the real world actually look like? The answer is, you will never know, because the moment you try to perceive it, your brain distorts it into something else. And so the most unsettling truth is this: the real world may exist, but you will never, ever see it.